everyone, welcome back to the channel, Family Funk. Today is going to be a recap about my first trimester symptoms. So I just want to forewarn you guys, I don't know if this video will be a video of information about my symptoms. So hopefully it won't be too long, but I just want to give you the heads up. Without further ado, first of all, I just want to say welcome back to all of my subscribers and welcome to anyone that is new watching this video. I welcome new subscribers. So I hope you all are doing well. And let's go ahead and jump right on in with these symptoms. Go ahead and start off with the first month. So my first month, I did not know that I was pregnant. So during my first month, I was starting round 2 of IVF, and we were wondering why my cycle hadn't started. So I had to go in to get blood work done to see why my cycle didn't start, and because we couldn't move forward with IVF round 2 until my cycle started. So I went in, got blood work done.
Voila, pregnant.
My husband and I, we got pregnant on our own. We were ecstatic. So watch my previous videos just to see our reactions and, you know, all that jazz, to get more information about it. Let's go ahead and jump to month 2. So month 2 is when my symptoms, like around week 6, that's when my symptoms started picking up. I started feeling a little bit more nauseous. I was tired. Let's just say I was in my bedroom for month 2 most of the time. Like the only time I would leave my bedroom was maybe come downstairs to eat some food, or it had to be mandatory for me to leave my bedroom. But other than that, I was just nauseous. I wasn't feeling good. I was just out of it. Let's see. So yeah, week 6, that's like I said, my symptoms started picking up. I was still able to eat scrambled eggs or boiled eggs. Of all things, eggs, I was able to eat eggs. Like the smell of eggs, you would have thought I would be like nauseous, I can't take it or whatever, but I had to have scrambled eggs with cheese, and it had to be spicy. Or if it was boiled egg, I could not eat the boiled egg without salt or pepper. And then week 7, that's when I was able to eat like parfait, like Greek yogurt. It had to be Oikos Greek yogurt with granola and blueberry. So blueberry has been my friend from the beginning all the way up until today, to present day. That's the only fruit that agreed with me. Like the strawberry was on and off. Other fruits like oranges, that was a no-go. The citric acid was just not agreeing with me. My go-to fruit was blueberries and strawberries and melon. So the strawberries and melon was on and off, but blueberries remained consistent throughout the whole duration of first trimester and now present day, my second trimester. So let's see. Week 7 was a little bit stressful for me. So I had to calm myself down after a while, and it was kind of like the pregnancy forced me to jump out of that feeling of sadness. The reason why I had sadness is because we had to put our dog down after 12 years. We had to put him to sleep. I'll never forget September 6th. We put him to sleep, and due to my symptoms from pregnancy, I was unable to grieve the way I wanted to because I was so sidetracked with the nauseousness, the tiredness. So I was just drained. And so finally as time go on, let's just say time will heal all wounds. So anyway, yeah, week 7, which is month 2, I was able to eat boiled egg, like I said, with salt and pepper, and I was still able to eat Greek yogurt, but it had to have the granola, strawberry, blueberry, kiwi. I was big on kiwi. If it wasn't every day, maybe every other day, I had to go buy kiwi because it seemed like it settled whatever was upset in my stomach to start off my day. Whatever I was upset with, the kiwi helped out. So I was craving kiwi. I had to have it. And plus, kiwi is good for you too, and good for the baby. So a lot of things I feel that I was craving was things that fruits and vegetables could give you on what you need. So towards the end of my 2nd month, I was having issues with prenatal vitamins. So let's say the last week of the 2nd trimester, I had to switch over my prenatal vitamins because it just felt like it was sitting on my stomach, like it wasn't digesting. So what I've done was, before I switched over, I was like, okay, let me take this in the morning and see how I feel throughout the day. And then I switched up and said, let me take this right before bed and see how I'll go throughout the night, and when I wake up, how I will feel. So I was still feeling the same way, and it was no different. So I had to go ahead and change my prenatal vitamin because it was not agreeing with me. First, I was taking 1 a day prenatal. Then I changed over to Smarty Pants because they have the gummies. And at first, taking Smarty Pants, you take 4 gummies. You can take it all together. You can take it in the morning time and evening time, or you can take it like just break up 4 gummies throughout your day. So I found myself getting to a point where I was feeling like I can't take these gummies anymore. It was just a chore for me to take those gummies. So I decided to change back to 1 a day because you only have to take that prenatal vitamin 1 time in a day. And I love that. I love being able to just pop in my prenatal 1 time per day. And I'm still taking that now. Like right now, I take it right before I go to bed because I'm not sure if it bothers me throughout the day or it's just sitting on my stomach to make me uncomfortable. So I take it right before bed. That's where I'm at with my prenatals. So that was the end of the 2nd month. Beginning of the 3rd month, I was emotional. I was more emotional in my 3rd month. And I was emotional due to maybe my hormones started picking up on within me, and I was starting to come around with being able to think about putting our dog to sleep, and so a lot of things tied into what was going on in my personal life with my emotions. As far as eating, I was craving, it had to be McDonald's Filet-O-Fish sandwich with extra cheese and tartar sauce. That's it. Just the sandwich only. I didn't want any fries or soda or anything. I just wanted the Filet-O-Fish with extra cheese and the tartar sauce. In the morning, I was still eating my kiwi, but I started noticing that I was tapering off of the kiwi towards the end of the 1st trimester. I started to connect more with my baby. I'll just stop myself and breathe in, breathe out, and pray that this pregnancy is going to be healthy and see its way throughout the whole 9 months that the baby needs to grow. So let's jump into my 3rd month. I started noticing that every morning I was going to the bathroom, and I feel that it was due to me wanting to have oatmeal, kiwi, or the strawberry blueberry with the yogurt, and that helped pass everything that needed to come out. So pray for the rest of my pregnancy, I don't have to worry about constipation. So I feel as though staying hydrated and eating fruits. Right now, vegetables, I'm real particular with certain vegetables. So it depends on the day, on how I feel, if I want to have a vegetable. Right now, in the beginning, I could eat spinach, but now I can't even think about spinach. So I feel that was important to make sure you stay hydrated and try to eat fruits and vegetables if you can, hopefully, because first trimester is tricky. And I was one of the ones who lost weight. I lost like 7 pounds. And my doctor said that it was okay as long as I am not vomiting and keeping down the foods that I'm eating. I'm still receiving the nutrition that I need. So some women may lose weight, some women may gain weight. It all depends. We're all different. Also, in my 3rd month, I started to notice that I was using the bathroom a lot. So it probably due to me drinking so much water. And also I noticed a light brown blood, tinged blood in my underwear. So I'm about to get graphic with you guys. So I started to notice a light brown tinge of blood in my underwear. So I was, scared. I was like, okay, am I going through a miscarriage? What's going on? Why do I have brown blood tinge in my underwear? What is the baby? Did I not make it through? Is this a failed pregnancy or
What?
So I called the doctor to get a checkup. They said everything is okay. Due to me being pregnant, and this is the first time, I will experience certain times of my pregnancy like a bleeding. So it's just light brown. It wasn't heavy, it wasn't red. It was just like a brownish color to it. And what's happening is because your body is growing, and with this being my first pregnancy, when your body is growing, your ligaments are readjusting, everything is readjusting in your body. Your body is preparing for a baby. You're going to have a light tinge of blood. I would say just don't ignore it if it's your first pregnancy. Make sure you call your doctor, get it checked, and go from there. Because this is my first pregnancy. My husband and I wanted to make sure that it wasn't anything wrong. And I called my doctor. They said it's okay. It's because it's my first time. My ligaments are readjusting. My uterus is getting ready to be able to carry the baby. Later on, in certain parts of the pregnancy or certain times of the pregnancy, I may have to go through this again due to the growth of the baby.
My body is like, okay, this is what I need to do.
To be sure that we can carry this baby to term. Technically speaking, the doctors will say you have round ligament pain. So it lasted, the first time for me, it lasted 2 days. And I thought, oh my gosh, am I about to go through this for the whole pregnancy with this feeling? How am I going to walk or get up and down the steps or get in and out of my bed? So that's how bad it hurt. Like I couldn't move my legs the way I wanted to. So the first time it just lasted 2 days, and then all of a sudden it just stopped. And I was fine. I was walking normal. You would have thought I was lying about my pain I was experiencing, but
hey, those are the growing pains of pregnancy. The growing pains.
So towards the end of my towards the end of my 3rd month, my appetite started picking up slowly but surely, but it was kind of like treading on rough waters. You have to like tread easy to make sure that whatever you're eating is going to stay down or is not going to disagree with your body and you're going to be, vomiting. So I'd say the last week of my trimester, I was able to eat more. I was so happy. Like, it wasn't what I normally eat if I wasn't pregnant, but it was more than what I've been eating the first 2 months of pregnancy. So I was happy. I was like, honey, let's go to the diner. I ordered
bacon, grits, French toast with strawberries and whipped cream,
and ate all of it. I was so happy that I could eat all of that food. I think we went to the diner maybe 2-3 days straight for breakfast, and I ordered the same thing and ate most of it. And I was happy. I was like, okay, I'm coming out of the fog of this sickness and my appetite is picking up, my energy was picking up, because most of my first trimester, I was unable to do a lot of activity. I was pretty much ball and chain to my bed in my bedroom. And couldn't wait for this moment. And when it finally arrived,
honey,
I ate. I was eating. Let's see. Yeah, so my appetite picked up. That was the last week of my 3rd month in my first trimester. The appetite picked up. Where is the results? I went and got a sonography done, and the baby was amazing. She was just bouncing everywhere, very active. It reassured the doctors that she's okay. The measurements were great. There were no abnormalities. Happy for that. The news calmed me down. I finally saw my OBGYN. He said, you're just like any other pregnant woman and you're fine. Because let's just say I was nervous. Every little thing that I felt that was not normal, I was like, okay. I was calling my doctor, okay, I have blood in my underwear, brown tinge. And it lasted when it happened, it lasted for almost a week that I was getting that light. It wasn't heavy. It was not filling up a panty liner. So they reassured me, as long as it's not filling up a panty liner, that's okay. So let's just say towards the end of my first trimester, when I saw my doctor, he reassured me that I was just like a regular old pregnant lady. Okay, I was happy for that. So anyway, so that's how I've been feeling. So just to briefly go over my first trimester, I started off, before I knew I was pregnant, I was eating bags of apples. Wasn't even, worried about why I was wanting apples. I just figured my body needed fiber and I just ate apples. And this is before I knew or got the pregnancy test done. I was eating bags of apples. I'd say for I don't know how many weeks straight, I was just eating apples and dark chocolate almonds with Himalayan salt. Those 2 things I had to have. And now that I know that I'm pregnant,
now I know why I was eating apples like crazy.
So, my first trimester was pretty much me bedridden. I was in the bed most of the time. I couldn't take smells. My laundry detergent, my soap, lotions, anything for my hair, I could not take the smell. Even with my husband, I had to ask him, please don't wash with certain soaps, or don't do certain things, change your deodorant. Like the smells were just ridiculous. I could smell something, I can be downstairs and smell something outside and no one else smells it but me. Like, that's how strong it was. And the smells, for the most part, is what made me feel nauseous. But the funny thing is, I never vomited. I did not throw up my first trimester. No throwing up. it was just nauseous. I was just so nauseous. I had a couple of close calls, but I meditated. I did breathing exercises to make sure that I did not vomit. I do not like throwing up. Who does? So with that being said, I have a nice treat for you for my second trimester, which is surprising because you would have thought it happened in my first trimester, but that's neither here or there. I will tell you in my next video about that. But yeah, my first trimester, I am out of the fog of nauseousness. I'm pretty much regaining my energy. As far as eating, I can eat more than what I was eating my first trimester, but it's still certain things. It have to be certain things. I can't really step out of the box. So yeah, that's it. That's what the first trimester brought to my table. That feeling was exhausting. It could be exhausting. Emotionally, I was like, am I gonna have to experience this throughout my whole pregnancy? Like, I don't know. And I had days where I was just like, Jesus, take the wheel on how I was feeling. It was just like, oh my goodness. But I reminded myself why I'm feeling this way and just take heed and, know that it's not forever. And you're building another human being and you have to go through this. Some people, they probably go through their pregnancy with no symptoms. Now, I mean, when I get pregnant again, I pray that I will be lucky that my body remembers, okay, I remember we had to do this, so I don't have to put her through the ring of fire with the symptoms. So anyway, that's just wishful thinking. So I think that's all I have for you guys as far as my notes. Pretty much first trimester, the first 3 months of your pregnancy. I was lucky enough to go through the first month without even knowing I was pregnant. So I wasn't really experiencing any symptoms or noticeable symptoms that would, hinder me from doing what I normally do throughout the day. My second month is when I started becoming more nauseous, a little bit more picky on what I should be eating. And I had to have certain things in the morning time and throughout the day. And I had to stick to those same things. As far as drinking water, it was kind of a hassle at times because just to look at it, I was like, I don't see me drinking too much. I could take a sip or two. I make sure that I try to drink enough when I'm not really nauseous, like in the morning time. I try to get in what I can. I bought a big box of saltine crackers and ginger ale, and that was it was not for me. It wasn't. I was like, this is supposed to be the cure-all, be-all, ginger ale and saltine crackers to calm down nauseating moments, and it did not help me out. What helped me out? I think the only thing that helped me out with being nauseous was pretty much staying away from smells. That's what helped me out. As far as foods, people will say eat ginger or ginger ale, saltine, or whatever other tricks of the trade. I tried, but either I tried or I tried to wrap my mind around it and it didn't work. So what worked for me was when I have my worst moments, just sit there, take a deep breath, exhale, and just calm my body down, and hopefully I don't have to vomit. And I was just meditating and telling myself, this is not forever. You're building another human body. You are having to go through this because, your baby needs certain minerals and vitamins from you to grow, and that's what you're doing. You're bringing in new life. So that's what helped me through. To be honest, I thought that the first trimester was going to be forever, but it went by fast. Like right now I'm in my second trimester, and each milestone that you go through in your pregnancy, you're going to think, oh my God, this is forever. But before you know it, boom. I'm like literally halfway, a little bit past halfway in my pregnancy, past the halfway point. So it's like a bittersweet moments. You're gonna have a lot of bittersweet moments in your pregnancy, but just know that it's 9 months of your life, and you're gonna bring in a beautiful baby, girl or boy, multiples or single or whatever you're destined to have. So yeah, I think that's it for my first trimester symptoms. I hope that I covered everything for you guys, but I really covered what I've had experienced, and I just want you guys to know that everyone is different. Everyone's experience is different. A lot of symptoms can be generalized because there's but so many things that you can experience during pregnancy, but everyone's journey is different. And things that may work for someone, it may or may not work for you. So you just have to have like trial and error with your foods, with smells, with everything that you have to do in your pregnancy to make you comfortable. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it wasn't too blab or too dull or just a nightcap to make you like a bedtime story and to put you to sleep. I hope I gave you some insight on what you may or may not experience throughout your pregnancy. And stay tuned for my next video. I'm going to be talking about my symptoms for my second trimester. It may be a little bit further out because I want to do first trimester, second trimester, third trimester, not weekly or monthly. That's about it. So I hope you all are staying safe during these days of COVID-19. Be safe out there, and see you in my next video. Love you guys.